The little ant just wanted to drink a sip of coconut milk, but unexpectedly, the duck quietly blocked its straw and drank it all, and sucked all the coconut juice and drank all the coconut juice. However, this is not the limit of its shameless. Next, it also wanted to get the coconut meat for itself, but it couldn't get the coconut meat out no matter how, so it quickly asked the little ant for help. The little ant didn't want to help it at first, but it suddenly thought of something, and immediately agreed. Then, in the duck's expecting eyes, it got into the coconut. After waiting for a while, it realized something was wrong when it saw the little ant inside was eating alone. It immediately started cursing, but it seemed to have forgotten what it had done. Considering the two people stranded on the island, they need to support each other. The little ant was going to stuff the rest out to it, but the hole was too small to fit through, so it simply gnawed off a large circle, but it still didn't work. So it immediately tried to make it smaller, but a bit too hard, and there was only a little left. Knowing it would be scolded the ant, it simply covered its ears. Then in order to fill its stomach, the duck is going to use the hook to fish. But how could it catch fish without bait? Just as he was annoyed, he suddenly saw the little ant beside him. Isn't this a ready-made bait? So the duck, with a plan in mind, he immediately threw his hat into the water and began to pretend to panic to attract the little ants. The kind-hearted ant, when it heard that the hat was very important to him, didn't think twice and accepted his suggestion and sat on the hook. Seeing that the plan worked, the duck immediately started the fishing plan. With its constant shaking, Big Fish was soon attracted to the hook. The quick-witted duck immediately used a fork to and took it. Seeing this, the little ant, who was still in the dark, asked it to put itself down again. For such a good thing, the duck was naturally very happy, so it repeated the same trick to lure the fish again. The result was unseen. It attracted another big fish again. What's more, even in midair, a group of big fish was still jumping up. Fortunately, the little ant noticed it in time, otherwise he would be eaten. He was about to flee in panic, but was suddenly frightened by, he was scared to stop. Looking at the fish in front of him, he knew that the duck was using him at once. Although he was very angry, but the soft-hearted ant faced the duck's sincere apology, he still chose to forgive him. Soon the two of them dealt with the caught fish and ate them up. Just then, the duck suddenly woke up and found a cruise ship. Hearing this, the little ant was immediately excited to check, but next the duck suddenly dashed to the raft in a flash. The ant was about to follow it, but saw the duck said his very important hat had fallen off, so he wanted to help him, but when it turned around, he saw the duck had already rowed away on the raft. The ant that was about to shout suddenly stopped. He suddenly seemed to understand something, but at this moment, the duck suddenly threw a hook. The duck ran so fast to stop the cruise ship, and he never forgot his old friend.